Hello, my name is Carmen Flores, and I am a third grade teacher. This is my ninth year teaching third grade. And I wanted to talk about some of the professional dispositions that have helped me or have guided me in becoming a successful educator. One of the dispositions that I have here is that I do have really high expectations for my students. I set a bar that I know is attainable to them, and I make sure that I make it quantitative. So, therefore, if I set a goal, I give them a certain amount of time, and when I try to make sure that they meet it within that time frame. And of course, then I talk to my students about their goal and their progress as it's happening. Another thing that I feel that I have is my fairness. I feel that I am a fair teacher. I feel that I promote justice and equity within my classroom. One of the ways that I do that is that I do build positive relationship with my students. We are a CKH school, which means that it is a capturing kids' heart. And really, we are a school that focuses on building relationships with our students. One of the things that we have in our classroom is that we have created a social contract. And with that social contract, that's really the I guess you would call it like the golden rule for our classroom. It's the behaviors that are expected within our classroom and how I expect my students to treat each other and myself as their teacher. Another disposition that I feel that I have is a professional conduct. I feel that I am committed to teaching all of my students. I feel that all students can learn. I think that they all learn in a different way, but that they are all capable of learning. Some of the things that I would like to work on for myself are diversifying a little bit more. I am guilty of maybe not diversifying as much as I should. So I do want to make sure that I incorporate more. I want to incorporate different cultures and lessons as we're progressing through our units. I want to make sure that my students are able to see the backgrounds of of each other. Another thing that I would like to work on as well is I would like to work on reflection a little bit more. I feel that I need to work on that there, not just because I do reflect, but I think I don't reflect to the point yet to where I feel like, okay, let me completely change that and try something different, or even making it better, right? So, always working on that aspect there of reflecting and making things a little bit better. And lastly, what does a professional educator look like and how do they behave? I think a professional educator really is a servant leader. It is a person who comes into the classroom, who is a positive role model for the students, and who is not just here for the students, but they're here for the community, right? To make a greater impact on our community overall. Coming in as servant leaders. That's the best way that I can describe it because, I mean, honestly, I'm in this classroom because of the children, and I always have to make sure that I keep that forefront, right? That I am here to serve them. So that's one thing that I feel helps guide me. And of course, being ethical, right? Being ethical in everything that I do with these students, making sure that all the decisions and the lessons that I teach them are reflecting positivity and are of sound judgment, right? So that's really what I have here as far as my dispositions. I hope that it made sense. And yeah, that's really it. Thank you so much.